Most of us expect certain things to change as we get older. We may move a little slower, take longer to recover, or notice that tasks which once felt easy require more effort. But one change deserves far more attention than it often receives: the gradual loss of muscle strength and function. Muscle is sometimes treated as something that matters mainly to athletes, bodybuilders, or people who spend their lives in the gym. In reality, muscle is one of the foundations of everyday life. Every time you stand up from a chair, climb a flight of stairs, carry groceries, lift something from the floor, maintain your balance, or simply walk through your home, your muscles are working for you. As we move through midlife and into older age, maintaining that ability becomes increasingly important. Aging is associated with gradual changes in muscle mass, strength, power, and the way our nervous system controls movement. When these changes become significant, they can contribute to a condition known as sarcopenia. Sarcopenia involves a decline in muscle strength and muscle quantity or quality, together with reduced physical performance in more advanced cases. But there is an important distinction to make. Getting older does not mean that becoming weak and incapable is inevitable. Muscle remains an adaptable tissue throughout life. It responds to the demands we place upon it. When muscles are regularly challenged, properly nourished, and given time to recover, they receive a reason to remain strong and functional. When those signals disappear, the opposite can happen. Long periods of inactivity, illness, inadequate nutrition, or simply doing less and less over time can gradually reduce our physical reserve. And physical reserve is extremely important. Think of it almost like savings in the bank. The more strength and physical capacity you build and maintain, the more you have available when life places unexpected demands on you. That might be recovering from an illness, coping with surgery, managing an injury, maintaining your balance after a stumble, or simply continuing to perform everyday activities independently. This is why muscle health becomes about far more than how much muscle you can see in the mirror. Strength helps us remain capable. Muscle contributes to movement, posture, and stability. But it also plays important roles in metabolism, including the way the body handles glucose and uses energy. As muscle strength declines, everyday tasks can slowly become more difficult. Getting up from a low chair may require using the arms. Carrying shopping may feel heavier. Stairs may become something we avoid, rather than something we simply climb. These changes often happen gradually, which means we may adapt our lives around them without noticing what is happening. We take the lift instead of the stairs. We stop carrying heavier objects. We walk shorter distances. We choose the easier option. Unfortunately, doing less can then provide even less stimulus for the muscles to remain strong. Over time, this can become a cycle of reduced activity, followed by further loss of physical capacity. The encouraging part is that this cycle can often be challenged. Resistance exercise is one of the most important tools we have for maintaining muscle strength. This does not mean everyone needs to become a bodybuilder or lift extremely heavy weights. Resistance can come from gym equipment, resistance bands, body weight exercises, free weights, or other appropriately challenging movements. The important principle is that the muscles are regularly asked to perform meaningful work. Nutrition also matters. Muscle tissue needs adequate energy and nutrients, particularly protein, to support maintenance and repair. But protein and exercise should not be viewed as competing strategies. They work together. Exercise provides the stimulus, telling the body that muscle is needed, while nutrition helps provide the materials and environment required to support that tissue. Recovery matters too. Sleep, stress, illness, pain, medications, appetite, and other health conditions can influence how easily someone trains and recovers. This becomes increasingly important as we get older. That is why the goal should not be perfection. The goal is consistency adapted to the individual. Someone in their 20s may be building muscle reserve for decades ahead. Someone in midlife may be trying to protect the strength they already have. Someone in their 70s or 80s may be focused on maintaining independence, balance, confidence, and the ability to continue doing the things that matter to them. The strategy may change, but the importance of muscle does not. One of the biggest mistakes we can make is waiting until weakness becomes obvious before deciding that strength matters. It is much easier to value muscle while we still have physical capacity than to ignore it until everyday tasks begin becoming difficult. So think of muscle differently. Do not think of it simply as something associated with appearance or sport. Think of muscle as physical independence. Think of it as reserve. Think of it as one of the systems helping you remain capable, resilient, and confident throughout life. Aging is unavoidable, but how we support our bodies as we age is something we can influence. Regular movement, appropriate resistance exercise, adequate nutrition, and sensible recovery can all contribute to protecting the strength and physical capacity we want to carry into the years ahead. If you have been inactive for a long time, have significant pain, a medical condition, or are unsure what type of exercise is appropriate for you, speak with a suitably qualified health professional before making major changes. If you would like to explore muscle health, nutrition, strength, and healthy aging in much greater detail, these are the subjects I cover in my book, Muscle Matters, a nutritional guide to lifelong strength. You can find more information about the book using the link in the description below. And remember, maintaining muscle is not simply about being stronger today. It is about protecting your ability to keep doing the things that make up your life for as long as possible.